All right. Hello, everyone. All right. We're getting some lights. Excellent. Okay. So I just tried to do this a minute ago and it was really hard to see in here. So I'm glad that some light is coming through. It's all green outside my window, so it's sort of filtering in the sunlight. What we're going to do today is some card readings, of course. Oh, wow. Did you guys just see that thing just fly up there? Okay. So what we're going to do is some card readings. I'm going to do some Archangel Michael cards, magical fairies, and also some dragon tarot. All right. So I haven't pulled out my dragon tarot cards in a long time. So they were talking to me as well today. Now, what I want you guys to do is focus on number 1 or number 2, okay, to see what message comes through for you. On Saturday, I'm teaching a webinar for patrons, which is going to be awesome. So if you want to be a part of that, there'll be all links below how to join Patreon, because you get extras with Patreon. And starting on Monday, the 26th, the beginning of the Lion's Gate, I am starting a series of 5 days live on Facebook. And it's a special group for angels and attunements. And so what ends up happening is that you purchase your ticket, you're only paying for 1 day and you get the rest for free. You purchase your ticket and then you can always go back and review and connect with all the others that are in the group. And I'll also hold or host question and answer days for those that are part of that group and may have missed me live or something. So the links will be below where you can be a part of it. I really appreciate people being there. And even if you can't be there live with me, you can have access to everything at any time and do all of the exercises, etc. My biggest message is that we are going back, or we should be focusing on going back to basics a little bit, because otherwise you can get yourself carried away with all of the mundane, what's right, what's wrong, who you're against, who you want to argue with, trying to get your point across. People are just desperate for other people to please just listen, to what's going on, and trying to wake people up and trying to help them to understand. And it's all done in a loving way, but it's not helping. So what we've got to do is just be the light, do what you wish to do, believe what you wish to believe, focus where you want to be heading, and don't let anything distract you from that, because, the split is happening already where, we're shifting up into these higher realms, and people who are very chaotic and negative and fighting and, harming people and all that sort of stuff, that's starting to be quite separate from us. All right. So our job is to maintain an extremely high vibration. So what can help you with that is focusing every day, bringing yourself in every day. You can meditate if you want to. If you don't feel like you can meditate, just close your eyes and just be for a little bit, asking for everyone to be there and bringing all the parts of who you are back within. Working with, crystals like Lemurian crystals like this one, and aura-like crystals as well. Like, this is why we have the crystal store going, to help you to raise your awareness, to give you the tools to help you to maintain, especially now that it's super hard. This one is actually a really nice one, but I have some others that come up on sale, smaller ones like this as well. They look lovely today. See the light just pouring through them. Other ones for sale as well. So you can get some really good bargains. And that's why we have auctions here, so you guys can see some one-off stuff. But it's there to help you. That's why you always see me. I always have some kind of crystal on, somewhere, on my being. So I do encourage that to help you to maintain that energy as well. Now here we go into, we're going to be going into this full moon, all right, on Saturday. So I will be doing some sort of live thing on Saturday, probably in Saturday evening, and a connection with the moon energy, of course, as we do. But what can you expect to learn coming out of this full moon, I guess, on Saturday? What are you learning right now on your journey? These are all things that I hope will come out in your readings today. So I'm going to start with Archangel Michael cards, and all you have to do is choose number 1 or number 2. If you haven't been here before, welcome. Thank you for being a part of our Divine Tribe. And these readings usually tend to be quite accurate for people, so I just trust my intuition the entire time. And with these, we get to read a little message as well. So number 1, Archangel Michael says, let's go. The romance angels are helping you, okay? Some people are like, I'm not looking for romance. That's okay, because there's a hidden message in here as well. So it says, thank you, Archangel Michael, and the guardian angels of my soulmates. Thank you for preparing my soulmate and me for love, for giving us the motivation to make healthy life changes, and for arranging for us to meet. Thank you for helping us recognize each other and have the courage to say hello so that we can eventually delve into a truly intimate relationship. So this can also talk about, for you, number 1, this can also talk about friends, connecting with the right people. Also, I feel when the romance angels come forward, it really talks about us expanding, and our heart energy starting to forgive and release and, grief that's coming away from us and circumstances in our life that we haven't been able to change. And we're finally starting to get around to, understanding ourselves and our journey and our pathway and why we've done what we've done and all of these things. Because everything in your life is there to shape you, right? But if you hold on to anger or upset or pain, you're not hurting the other person. You're only really hurting yourself. So perhaps this card has come up for some of you who have been going through this healing process, heart healing, which can be difficult. Heart healing can be really difficult because we have to face a lot of stuff. And we also have to just close those doorways off from other lifetimes, earlier life, earlier relationships, etc. Things that have shaped us into the energy that we are now. And letting those things go is like sometimes hard for people because they've always had it there, right? And trusting a new pathway is opening up. So Archangel Michael says to you to recognize the light in yourself, and also to recognize that this light, this soul spark, is actually within everyone, even though it may not seem like it. And if you imagine that everyone's light is expanding, just do this as a wellness focus. That instead of going, oh God, that person's such an idiot, instead of doing that, because you're frustrated, just go, you know what? I'm just going to imagine that person's soul light, the lamp of their soul, the flame of their heart is just going to open, and then I'm just going to let it go. And this will do so much more than, just so stupid, kind of energy, right? Okay, there's a flame there. I'm just going to let it go, let the angels deal with that situation. And that'll awaken someone a lot quicker than you trying to force them into it because, make them see that they're stupid. So, it's never a good thing. For others, the romance angels are just that. Something new is stirring. Something new is coming forward if you want it. Okay, nothing is set in stone with these readings. It's just showing you a vibration that is around you at the moment. You either want that vibration to continue or you want to change whatever that is. Okay, and it seems to me that, you're walking on a pathway that is right for you at the moment in your life, and the changes that you're making are beneficial. Make a choice. Number 1, time to make some decisions, okay? Stick by them. All right, number 2, what you got? Keep your eyes on your targeted intention. It's going to be kind of similar message, isn't it? Thank you, Archangel Michael, for helping me focus on my inner vision and intention. I ask for your guidance in releasing any fears or doubts, granting me the confidence and courage to take action towards realizing my dreams. Again, keeping yourself focused, focus on where you're going. Don't focus on the news. Don't focus on everyone's carrying on. Don't focus on everyone's fight. Don't try to prove yourself or justify your actions, or this will get people to understand if I post this, or whatever it is, right? Focus. Where are you going? What have you been wanting to do for yourself in your life? What have you been wanting to change in your life? Where has your focus been? You know, where has your mind been going? Where have you been taking care of yourself? Right? Because we forget to take care of ourselves in the whole thing. For me, going through my issue with my dad passing away just recently and looking after him and going through all the pain, going through all the healing of it, it was beneficial for me to be able to talk to you, even if I didn't look fantastic, you know? And it was just that I needed to be able to continue, you know, in order to heal, right? So whether someone likes what you're saying, whether someone likes what you want to do or not, don't give up your dreams or goals or visions because of what you fear someone else may think of it. I almost did that with my spiritual journey. And speaking of my dad, he was completely against any of this work. And, you know, when I was 15 and I got my first set of tarot cards given to me, I just couldn't show them to him. I'm like, he's going to take them and rip them into 1,000 pieces. Like, I've got to keep all of this very, very hidden, right, from him. And that was his belief system, and that was the fear tactic and all the stuff around religion as well. Which, if everything's loving with religion, it's fine. I don't care. But in my case, it wasn't. So I nearly just decided, okay, I'm just going to not do it because it'll offend, you know, my dad. So I'm not going to follow the things that I love. And then that wasn't going to happen, right? So focus on your inner vision, your intention. This is for number 2. Have you forgotten yourself in all of this stuff? Have you forgotten yourself because of family? Have you forgotten yourself because it's easier to just do something? I know people that just, oh, well, you know, I don't want to cause any stress. I used to do the same thing. I don't want to make any waves. I don't want anyone to be upset with me. I don't want to feel bad. I don't want to feel like guilty. I don't want to feel like I'm doing something wrong. So I'll just do what they say. That is the worst mistake, because it will only bring you absolute misery and sadness. When you conform to someone else's view, what they want for you, that's only ever going to be what they want, not what you really want. And you'll spend your life so sad inside and frustrated with yourself and lost in a sense, because there's no reward for doing things for other people other than you'll keep the peace for about 5 minutes. But when you stand up for yourself and do what you want to do anyway, there's a deeper respect that's given to you. The very thing that you fear is not going to be there, because those people who don't like it will get over it, because they'll actually be happy that you're doing something, and if they're not, do it anyway. Life is not about pleasing others. It really isn't. Your journey is your journey. And it's really sad when I see, you know, I nearly did it myself, like I said, and I have done it. Conform, do as you're told, don't upset anybody. No, you know, that is never going to work for your happiness, and your happiness is your key to opening the door of your soul. Simple as that. Once you have that happiness, you open the door to your soul, you're connected, You're channeling instantly like this. You know all the answers. They come to you straight away. You know what's right and wrong. You know what to do. You have courage, and therefore you have success. Courage and success go together, right? So if you want to unlock that door, stop living for other people's lives, you know, and what they want, and have the courage just one time in your life to step out and say, you know what? No offense, anybody. This is what I'm going to do. Either be happy for me or not. I don't care. I'm doing this. I'm not hurting anybody. You know, I'm hurting myself if I don't do this. So keep your eyes on your targets. Imagine them already with you. Imagine how easy it is. Don't envision things being difficult. Okay, so that's what Archangel Michael was saying to number 1 and number 2. Actually, yeah, well, we know what those cards were. All right. I'm just going to have a quick look at the fairy cards because we really don't do them very often. All right. Okay. Number 1. Daughter. The answer to your question involves your daughter. Okay, either a past life daughter, a connection. This is strange because, you know, a lot of people are like, I don't have a daughter. I don't even have any kids. I don't know what this means. And it's just a feminine energy that is supporting you and working with you. All right. So the answer to your question involves your daughter. So we'll have a little look here. I went straight to the page. A female younger than yourself, most likely your daughter, is pivotal in the answer to your question. She's very intuitive. She knows how to help you, no matter how young she is. Spend extra time with your daughter to strengthen your bond and open your heart to the profound love between parent and child. As your relationship with your daughter fills your heart, your entire life benefits. So a person who's like a daughter or a friend needs your attention right now. An unborn baby girl's soul is sending love to you. So my heart goes out to mothers who've lost a baby. I lost mine halfway through my pregnancy, and that was my daughter. A female child in heaven is with you like an angel. Focus upon healing a parent-daughter relationship. Allow your inner child to play and enjoy him or herself. Give any worry about your daughter to heaven, who's watching over her. Or you will receive a message from your parents if you are female. Okay, so there's, you know, some of you that means a lot. Okay, some of you have lost parents, etc. That means a lot to hear from them, right? Or maybe you've been waiting to hear from your parents and maybe they live somewhere else. My sons are in Australia, 2 of them. And I'm always like, you know, now you're locked down again over there and, you know, you're just going to have to hang in there until everything sorts itself out. But yeah, there's an interesting energy about this card that there's something of significance that is feminine, and maybe even it's a goddess energy, or maybe it's a guardian angel even, all right, that is working with you. And you're going to have to be in that space of receiving. And you guys, I've talked to you guys about that before. Be in a space of receiving in order to hear and understand the messages. And one thing is if you are receiving messages from, you know, spirit or heaven, or you really want to get a message, you know, the biggest thing that I tell people is to imagine what you think your loved one would be saying to you, because that's what happens. It starts to become a dialogue. But if you sit there going, oh, no, I can't do it. It's not me. You know, no, I'm just getting the wrong thing. It's just what I want to hear. Then you're missing the points of having a connection spiritually. And that doubt that you're connected has much deeper roots, right? So there's messages coming. Be open to receive them. You can usually tell when messages are coming because you keep on having repetitive stuff happen, repetitive thoughts, an understanding that you need to go and check in with yourself a little bit. Like you start going, okay, I'm just going to have to go lay down for a minute or something. Like you start getting this feeling and you need to listen to it right now. Number one, could also be a female coming into your life that's helping with romance, right? Who knows? Okay, so number two. And you have the energy of flower power. So spend time with flowers and flower essences to increase your personal healing power. As you guys know by now, essential oils are really, really fabulous. And we used to just have oils and things in the olden days, etc., to work with. Flowers and lavender and rose and geranium and capababa is like cababia, I think it's called. A fantastic pain relief oil. In fact, in my pain relief oils, it's got a lot of that in it, and eucalyptus and peppermint, some crystals in it, and it's all infused. Any single, like if you get drawn to aromatherapy, for example, or naturopathy or homeopathy and all of these things, it's because you've done it before. You've been connected with this stuff. Natural medicines, natural remedies, fantastic. Echinacea, like we use echinacea for when you get the flu or when you get sinusy and all that sort of stuff. But the deeper message behind anything that's going on, that's coming to the surface and continues to come to the surface, is that you have a need to address a deeper issue. You have a need to look at it. It's where people get these things that keep on coming back. It's because you've squashed down whatever it was, and it's just sort of sat underneath the surface waiting to fester again, right? So the flower power energy, I know this is weird, for some males, they're like, I don't know flowers. But the connection with nature, the connection with the old ways of doing things, looking up old remedies. The Egyptians used to put honey on broken bones, just honey, and wrap that up, and because it would just be such a soothing kind of an energy. And, they just believed that would work. That's going to fix it. And away they went, just using honey and stuff, like all these old remedies. I find it really fascinating. I've got a big fat book of it myself. Okay, so spending time with flower, personal healing power is coming forward. So maybe you've already started this journey with crystals or started a journey with oils, and you're just starting to get to know different things. Maybe you're eating differently, the best things for joints and things like that are just having, your juices and smoothies and just getting rid of, everybody knows this, getting rid of dairy and getting rid of processed foods. Wow, your joints are going to be like new. And the energy is going to come back in your body. You're going to be able to think straight, but nobody wants to do that. They want something else, But going back to natural stuff is so much better for you, okay? All right. So the fairies are a little bit different. They sort of give straightforward messages, etc. All right, but let's get on to my Dragon Tarot, which I haven't pulled out for ages. Okay, so I'm going to make a pile for number one. I'm just going to shuffle this right now. Okay, so we have this new moon. In August, we have a blue moon at the end of the month, which is amazing. All right, I'm just going to close my eyes for a moment. All right. I have 2 piles, one for number 1 and one for number 2. So let's just see what the messages are, what you need to be focusing on, or what's going to be coming up, or maybe something that's unexpected. Okay. Number 1, here is the card of judgment. Okay. Look at this card. Someone's unwell. You know, the dragon is right there, sort of watching over the situation. So in the card of judgment, it is just about judgment, I guess, in the bigger sense of the word, that, something is happening and maybe there are some legal issues or something similar that's occurring for you, or someone's been unwell. Maybe there's been a sense of sort of like you're being judged yourself. Maybe there's just a sense that you're going to be judged in some way or another. And this is a major card. So this is an arrival point for you. So you've reached a crucial milestone in your life, number 1. And you mustn't allow any energy of the past to continue to foreshadow your future. Any energy of the past that was completely hurtful to you, any abuse, any past relationships, any friends that have fallen away, whatever it is that you feel so conflicted about within yourself, and you are so afraid of being judged harshly or thought of in a really bad way. It is making you unwell. And if it hasn't, it will begin to make you unwell. Living a life where you're so consumed with how things were and what happened to you, how you've been treated, and overthinking things and wondering why someone would do that, and trying to focus on motives, and focusing on something that, maybe it's me, maybe I've done something, maybe I need to change, maybe I'm just not likable, maybe I need to be more attractive, or maybe I need to change my hair, or maybe I need to be just like these other girls that are horrible and they get a really nice guy, or the other way around, So there's all this inner self-judgment. This is why this is showing, like the dragon energy is showing, oh my God, why do you do this to yourself? Why are you hurting yourself so much? Why are you punishing yourself so badly? And it's something that you may be working on a deeper level. We all work on things that we've had before on deeper levels, right? We all work on these things in our own way. Some people continually do this to themselves, right? Around and around they go, and they get so far, head above water, and start feeling really good. Then something happens and they're like, well, I knew it wouldn't last. I've been waiting for that shoe to drop. I've been waiting for there to be a problem. Of course someone's going to treat me like that. That's what always happens. And that is making you unwell. Even if you think it's just words nobody hears, your body, your soul hears it. And humans, the way that it is, we make it incredibly hard for ourselves, and that's just part of the way of it, is that we make it incredibly hard to learn our lessons, because they're such powerful lessons. I mean, this is telling you that the judgment of yourself and the fear that others are going to judge you has to stop. And the only way that that can happen is that you refuse to allow those wanderings and wondering, thinking, refuse to let that be there. Thinking, why'd they say that? Why is this happening? Oh, that's going. You've got to refuse that monkey chatter, because as we learned, when I was doing work with Dolores Cannon and quantum healing, hypnosis therapy, and I did, level 1, level 2 with her personally before she passed away. We're always learning about Mr. Stupid, and that's our conscious brain. Subconscious knows everything, connected to the divine all the time. What you're channeling into that energy as well. But your conscious mind is going to just question and banter and fight and try to, steer you off course. And your job as a spiritual being of light on this planet is to shut it down. Don't even give it a foothold. Okay. Otherwise, you end up being, and I'm all itchy on my nose now. That's when I know the angels are around, etc. Otherwise, you end up living your life resentful and angry on an inner level. You end up living your life feeling cheated, feeling like God hates you, or dismissing a connection with Source at all. When you go to do your angel work, or you go to connect, I can't even connect with my guardian angel because who would want to talk to me, kind of thing. I've heard this 1,000 times or more over the last 30 years that I've been doing this. And it's your connection to the divine is there, right? But it's your refusal to work with it in the most subtle ways. As soon as something goes wrong, you think that's it. It's the end of the drama. Well, the newsflash is that things go wrong to all of us all the time, all right? And it's pushing forward despite the hindrance to our success, despite the problems, despite people's attitude, despite people being jerks, despite people laughing behind your back, and making fun of you and, telling you all this crazy stuff and then going somewhere else or whatever. It's like you got to keep going. Otherwise, I wouldn't be here at all. I would have given up ages ago. The more someone puts me down or tries to knock me down or tries to take me off of YouTube or tries to do whatever they're doing behind the scenes, the more I'm determined to be here. It's like throw me a spanner in the works and I'm going to laugh at it. That attitude didn't used to be there for me. I used to be like anxiety, stress, frustration, anger. Like, why do people treat me like this? Right? And sometimes that energy is still there. Like, I still can't believe what some people do sometimes. And I'm just like, where's that come from? And they think I don't know. That's the other thing. Like, they'll do something devious and then they're like, she's not going to know. Hello? Just because I don't say anything, because I won't lower myself to say anything, doesn't mean I don't know, right? But I used to be different. I'd just be like, okay, you want me to do that? Okay, let me do this as quickly as I can. People pleasing. This is the problem. You're people pleasing, then you feel like you come short somewhere. Now, no one can make you see your worth, okay? Because people are crazy and they are cruel. They're not going to make you see your worth. That's something you have to accept. And then others will start to respond to that respect that you have for yourself. Because when you're dissing on yourself, so does everybody else. I'm sad to say, but a bully, he always picks out the person that's the most sensitive, the most vulnerable, the one they know they're going to affect. So don't be a victim. Okay, number one, these are big lessons. I mean, I'm sure we're going to get it for both of us. And I do have to go soon because I'm on a phone call in like 20 minutes, but I'm going to keep trying here. Number two, whoa. Okay, so you also have this big pivotal point coming up with the tower in your life. And we know the tower. One, it's a structure that if it's built on, rocky ground, unstable ground, is going to fall apart. This is for your own life and for worldwide crap. Think about it that way. If something is false, doesn't matter what you believe in, I'm not talking about anything like that, but if something is false, if something has been made to seem like it's solid, but yet it's false, it's only a matter of time before the bottom starts to give way, okay? And what we're going to be seeing here is the bottom giving way, okay, in your life, okay, whatever that is for you, something that is no longer needed by you, number 2, is going to fall away. It's going to fall apart. It's going to be destroyed. And at first you may be like, oh, oh my God, I can't believe that that's happening. But later you're going to see, oh my God, thank God that happens to lead me in the direction that I'm in now. Right? So you're not seeing it right now, but whatever shock is coming or change that's very sudden, okay? Maybe it's an ending of a job. Maybe it's the ending of a relationship. Maybe it's the ending of a friendship you've had for a really long time. Maybe you just fear these things, right? There's a big difference between something actually happening and our fears. So whatever it is for you, allow it, because the full moon is a time of conclusion, which makes sense why this tower comes up. It's a time of conclusion, an ending to what is no longer needed so that the new can begin by the new moon. So in 2 weeks, we have the new moon, and then we close it off, and then we have the new moon, and we close it off, we have the new moon. Endings are always par for the course for new beginnings. Now, all I can see here also is electrical stuff. There could be power outages. There could be a lot of sudden weather, like what we're seeing in Europe. Suddenly it's just like flooding and stuff. There could be that kind of thing or more of it, okay, because we know things are manipulated to seem a certain way. And that's just been around for a really long time now, with the, manipulating the climate and all that sort of stuff. It's been around for a long time. But there could be more of this stuff where people start to, freak out. But whatever is happening right now, when we think about it, we think, okay, if people are starting to get frightened, what normally happens is they'll hang on to whatever power they have left and just be like, okay, I'm just going to hang on to this, right? Hang on to whatever it is that they have and try to shake everything to its core and to make you believe I'm still in charge, and the more that happens, where we're seeing this sort of thing happen, where things are changing and chopping, and this is happening and this is happening. People are saying this and people are saying. The more we're seeing this, the more that the negativity, which we know from a long, long time ago now, it has to fall away. We know that the more that we see chaos, as strange as it sounds, the more we know that the light is already in control. And this is scurrying, It's like ticks or fleas off of a dog's back. They try to quick hop back on and, make it look or appear that way, that they haven't gone anywhere. Same with when we're working with negative energies. You do a clearing for someone, and the negative energy will try to make you believe that it still has some kind of hold on you and put you back in a fear state. And what happens? The power grows. As soon as you're in a fear state, anything that's negative grows. Think about that in whatever capacity you want that to mean for you or what it means for you. Where there's fear, negativity, there is dominion, okay? And where there's positivity and, the energy is like you're not letting yourself get sucked back into that vacuum, you're allowing this positivity and this light to surround you, there's freedom, your freedom in your way. Okay, this is not about, everybody's going to be awake and everyone's kumbaya-ing around the campfire, and it's not about that. Actually, you've got to stop focusing on everybody else and truly awaken your soul. Unlock the door. Figure things out. Know that you can do it because so many people have done it before you, that you can do it as well no matter what's happened to you in your life. And no matter what continues to try to stop you, that you don't let it. That's hard. I get it. It happens to me all the time. Something will be in my way to try to stop me or to get me to react or to get me to lower my vibe or to get me to be annoyed about something. Now, it's not to say that you can't be, but it's just saying that you catch it quick enough that you can cancel that energy from affecting you any further. You think about yourself as being the victor instead of the victim, right? Without being superior, just in your power, in your flow, nothing gets to you. It can't get to you, and you're laughing at negativity. You're laughing at it because people will try, right? But it's hilarious because you're completely surrounded by protection. Put your protection up, put your positive vibrations up, get your angels to guard your energy. How can anything get past that unless you're thinking that it will? That's the only way. If you're thinking that you're attacked, if you're thinking that you're under, someone's doing this and all this, and maybe some people are, but don't just say, okay, if they're sending that energy, I'm just going to reinforce my own positivity, transmute that energy, transmute all that negative energy into positive energy, bam, I'm done. Then, what happens is that for me, that is it. I just go on with my day, whatever. Some people will be like, but have I done it? What if it comes back? What if it starts to happen again? Oh my God. You've just weakened your walls straight away. So the Tower, the Judgment, both of these cards, number 1, number 2, okay, you are both, whoever's listening, at a major turning event in your life. Major. What you do now defines the rest of your life. How you react, how you respond, how you do things, how you integrate with people, how you treat people, how you treat yourself, okay, is going to affect you for the rest of your life. What is it going to be for you? Are you tired of the same old stuff? If you're here, you're tired of the same old stuff. You're ready to advance on your journey, to ascend where you need to be, to open to all of your abilities, to awaken to all that you can truly be, to bring forward the most confident you, the most courageous you, the strongest you, the one that doesn't have health issues, the one that doesn't have sleepless nights, the one that doesn't get attacked from every Tom, Dick, and Harry, whoever, the one that doesn't feel desperate enough to be reaching out to 1,000 psychics to see if you get the same answer from each one of them, that believes when something is said that it's done. When you say something, you're making a declaration. It has vibration, it has power, it's done. Whatever way you want to take that, whatever way that is for you. So even cursing someone out, it's done. You've done it. You've been angry at them and you've hated on them or whatever. You've sent some negative energy out. Reverse it. Protect yourself. Clear yourself. Get away from drama. Get away from negativity. Get away from the news. Turn it off. If we didn't see it, we wouldn't know what the hell is going on anyway. We'd just be living our life, right? Focus on yourself. Do your meditations. Listen to music. Put yourself in a room by yourself for a while and breathe. Right? Where do you want to go? Okay, so if you had a magic wand that was bumped on your head right now, and this is for everybody. If someone just put a magic wand on you and said, okay, your life is everything that you want it to be, what's it going to be? Imagine yourself this is what I've been telling my husband. When you have a shower, imagine yourself in the shower of your dreams, the marble floors, big wide space, a shower by yourself. Right? What's your bedroom like when you go to bed at night? Okay, I am now sleeping in this big, huge room with a fireplace. I've got tons of space. I've got plenty of closet room. You know what I'm saying? And you go into sleep that way, manifesting. This is what you've got to do in order to change your entire life. Don't need to get older, You don't need to age like every other person that has, a normal, what they call normal life. They just die and old and, they can't do anything, right? I'm not saying that we're, obviously we live our life as best we can and, we make mistakes when we're younger and, we try to fix all that, whatever. But if you believe you're young, why wouldn't you be? If you declare that you're young, why wouldn't you be? If you're eating the right things for yourself and you know it, you know when you are and you know when you're not, why wouldn't you maintain perfect health? You know, I'm going to have a problem with my health in 20-something years, you know, and that's just my mindset as well. Because I've done plenty of things in between that time, you know, that should have stuffed things up, right? What I'm saying to you guys all today is that you are all sovereign beings. And it's about time that everybody really started to accept their sovereignty, accept who you are, not all your flaws. Don't worry about whatever happened in the past, whatever, shaping you to who you are today. Don't let yourself be defined by someone else's definition of what you should be. Someone else said something to you when you were a kid and you're like, oh God, you know, I've got it there. You know, even myself with my dad, it was always there that I'm going to be punished. I'm going to be in trouble. I'm going to, you know, God is upset with me. And I had to come to my own relationship with Source, with Jesus, with God, with Mother Mary, with all of them. I had to find my own relationship. It was the best thing I ever did. Not someone else's warped vision of, you know, what they thought a relationship with God was. I had my own, in my own way of doing it. Fantastic. You've got your own way of doing it. Don't let anybody sway you in any way. You know, we're just doing the best we can. There are some things that we can filter out of our way to make life so much easier for ourselves, especially if we're sick of the way things have been. There's only one way that things can change, and that is with our focus on our way forward for the life that we always wanted. Has to happen with us. Okay, it's not just going to come one day. It's no knight in shining armor is going to pick you up and make a life for you. You know, if you don't love yourself, if you don't know yourself, if you don't trust yourself, you'll never trust another person, right? And you'll always go through life wondering whether your partner loves you or not, or whatever. But when you are healed from all of those things, and sometimes that happens together, like in a relationship, you know, you're healing things together, right? And that's cool. But as long as you're growing together and not growing apart, you know, there's all frustration in the beginning, you know, it's not going to be a good thing. No one can give you this life of yours and tell you exactly what to do. And that's my issue, is that, you know, with the things that I want to do for you guys is show you how easy it is to cheer you on and to tell you that you can make it no matter what's happening around. You know, if we were all homeless right now, we would still have to maintain a very high vibration, not give in, expect things to get better. If we're all, you know, just washed up on the side of the road, right? I've been there on the side of the road. I've been there sleeping in a Salvation Army clothing bin. I've been there. I saw things happen that I'd never want to see again in my life, right? On the streets. So I don't care about going back on the streets either. You know, if I had to do that, I'd have to do that, and I would survive, you know, and you would survive too if you keep this sharp. All right. And that's going to be something that nobody can take away from you. And embrace that. All right. Embrace who you are and just shake it off and say, you know what, I'm just sick of the way I'm always doing stuff. I've got to do something differently. That's it. That's all you need, and it will turn your whole life around. So I'm going to be, as I said, teaching on this Monday coming up through Friday. So we're going to be learning about different angels that you've never heard of, hopefully, working on different areas of our life, going back to basics a little bit, getting some attunements, and I just really would love people to be there. It makes me feel like when that happens, that the light is winning. You know, when people come, the light's winning. And I really want that to occur in everybody's life as well. We have an auction most likely on Saturday afternoon. And, you know, I'll show you some new stuff that I've been making and new crystals, etc. If you need help with any oils or something that you need in particular, let me know. But I really hope that these messages, they are what they are. And I hope that you enjoyed them. And I will see you on Facebook pretty soon as well, if you're over there. But until the next time, many blessings, lots of love, stay strong, and you can do anything. Don't you let anyone tell you otherwise, not even yourself, okay? All right, till the next time, lots of love. Bye for now. Bye.